Welcome to the place where the twin flame journey is stripped back to its true spiritual essence. No myths, no chasing, just truth, clarity, and awakening. Here, you'll learn to navigate this path from the perspective of inner alignment, soul consciousness, and remembering who you really are. One of the most powerful truths you will ever realize on the twin flame path is this: you are your twin flame. This isn't a metaphor, a symbolic teaching, or a poetic spiritual idea. It is a literal, energetic reality. Twin flames share a single soul essence, expressed through two physical bodies. What you perceive as two people is actually one consciousness experiencing itself twice, two embodiments, one source, one energetic identity. To understand this more deeply, you must look beyond traditional spiritual language and the romanticized narratives often attached to twin flames. You are not two separate souls destined to collide. You are not divine counterparts created in complementary halves. You are not the feminine to their masculine or the yin to their yang. Your soul did not divide, fracture, or split. Souls do not split. Souls do not fragment. Your twin flame connection is a form of simultaneous reincarnation, a rare but intentional choice made by your soul. Instead of incarnating sequentially across different lifetimes, as you have done countless times before, your soul chose to embody twice within the same timeline. Two incarnations, two perspectives, one energetic identity. When you truly grasp this, the nature of union and separation shifts entirely. What you often interpret as separation is not a real separation at all. It is a perception created by the mind, which is deeply conditioned to see the world through duality, me and you, here and there, mine and yours. But at the level of consciousness, there has never been distance, difference, or disconnection. The soul remains singular, continuous, and indivisible. You are not experiencing two beings trying to come together. You are experiencing one essence from two vantage points. This is why your twin flame feels so familiar, so intense, so deeply intertwined with your inner world. You are not recognizing someone else. You are recognizing yourself in another body. And because of this, the concept of union takes on a completely different meaning. Twin flame union is not something you achieve by effort. It is not the result of self-improvement, healing techniques, emotional purging, or following specific spiritual steps. You cannot earn union, force it, manifest it, or chase your way into it. Union is not an outcome. Union is a state of being. It occurs naturally when you align with your true self, when you quiet the mind, dissolve your attachments, release your narratives, and return to the simplicity of presence. You cannot unite with someone outside of you when there is no other in the first place. You are not trying to merge two beings. You are remembering that they were never divided. What you are really seeking is union with your own awareness, your own truth, your own energetic center. When you embody that inner stability, the external experience with your twin flame reflects it effortlessly. Their behavior, their presence, their pull, their distance, all of it mirrors your internal alignment. Because you share one consciousness, any real shift in you is a shift for both bodies. This is why the dynamics of the connection can feel so paradoxical, why one body seems to retreat when the other clings, why the mind searches for explanations while the soul simply observes. Why running and chasing seem to happen even though, at the deepest level, neither of you is truly doing either. The so-called runner-chaser dynamic is simply the energetic expression of misalignment within the one shared consciousness. When you move into fear, attachment, or mental narratives, you experience the push-pull sensation. When you return to presence, you experience ease, clarity, and harmony. You are not two forces negotiating a relationship. You are one energy finding its center. This is why traditional romantic frameworks cannot contain the twin flame experience. You cannot apply conventional relationship logic to a connection rooted in non-duality. Twin flames are not meant to follow the rules of typical partnerships. You are not building a relationship with another person. You are recognizing the full scope of your own beingness through a second physical expression. The more you stand in your authenticity, your true presence, your quiet mind, your surrendered awareness, the more the illusion of separation dissolves. You stop seeing your twin flame as someone who needs to return, change, awaken, commit, or act differently. You stop projecting your fears and expectations outward. You stop relying on external markers to confirm union. You begin to understand that the entire experience is internal. And when this truth lands, really lands, everything becomes clearer. The dynamics soften, the anxiety fades, the longing shifts into recognition. The mind loses its grip because it no longer has a role to play. The journey stops being about doing and becomes entirely about being. When you embrace the reality that you are your twin flame, the path transforms. You no longer chase, you no longer wait, you no longer analyze signs, timelines, or outcomes. You no longer cling to the idea of a romantic future as your source of validation. Instead, you return to yourself, your breath, your presence, your awareness, your soul. You recognize that everything you have been searching for was always within you because you are the source of the entire connection. The paradox is that when you reach this state, when you genuinely release the narrative of separation, the external expression of union often happens on its own. But even then, it arrives not as the fulfillment of longing, but as the reflection of inner alignment. You don't unite with them, you simply align with yourself, and the external world adjusts accordingly. Twin Flames was never meant to be a story of two people trying to reunite. They were meant to reflect a deeper spiritual truth. You were never two. This journey is not about becoming whole. It is about recognizing that you have always been whole. It is about remembering that the soul cannot divide, cannot fracture, and cannot lose itself. When you understand that you are your twin flame, the journey becomes a return to simplicity, an unfolding into your own essence. You stop striving, stop fighting, stop searching. You begin to live, breathe, and experience the deep peace that comes from knowing that you were never separate from the one you love. There is only one soul, one consciousness, one truth, expressed through two forms, and that truth is you. If you're ready to go deeper into your journey and receive personalized guidance, you can book a one-on-one chat session with me, which I offer on a pay-what-feels-right-to-you basis, using the link in the description. Stay present, stay aligned, and remember, love is your truth.